Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United Agenda. It is Monday night, and it's that Monday night feeling. So, guys, season has ended, but we've got Erik Ten Hag. Welcome to the channel. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United Agenda. And as always, we're joined by an absolutely fantastic group of people tonight. So, as always, we've got none other than OMONDI. Hello, OMONDI. How you doing?
Greetings, everybody.
TALKMU in the building.
Bonjour, ça va?
And we've got Paddy. How we doing, sir?
Good afternoon or good evening, sorry. How you doing?
SHAH United, big up. Mr. B is doing his little quick change.
That was like Superman, Mr. B. That was quick,
Mr. Ben.
bro.
Mr. Ben.
Flash.
Mr. Ben.
It's just a flash and you've changed. Whoa.
Flash Gordon in the building. Oh, Mr. B, absolutely brilliant. That is too funny. How are we all doing today, guys? It is Monday. And good news, guys. Ten Hag done his press conference today. I thought I got quite a lot from it. Thought he's very punchy with a lot of his answer. Weren't giving too much away to the media. But I don't know who got the news regarding Manchester United have sold out all their season ticket allocation already for the new season.
Okay.
Glazers are happy then, innit?
I was just going to say that, Mr. B. You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, for all the protests we've done and everything else, and then we look. But you know what? This is the thing when it comes to Man United. I'll just say quickly that it doesn't matter how many people protest. There's hundreds of thousands of people waiting to take their place to get a ticket. It's a That's how big we are.
A lot of them are tourists, though. Talk. If you go down there, a lot of them are tourists, probably not.
Well, no, I know what you're saying, but I mean,
what are you trying to say when I go to Manchester? You call me a tourist?
You get people from around the world going there. I don't know.
But Paddy, they're not tourists. They're all Man United fans. They're coming to see our club and back us up, mate. Come on. They're all part of the family. Don't matter where they come from. They come from far. Once we met a guy from South Africa sitting next to us.
Oh, there's loads. No, don't get me wrong. They're good. They're good. I just mean when you talk about it's like it's supply and demand, isn't it? They'll just come from world. It's global, isn't it? It's global.
That's it, man.
I had a gentleman I was sitting next to yesterday, flew all the way in from New Zealand to watch Crystal Palace last game of the season.
He's got a lot of money there.
Happy bastard.
But guys, we are here to talk about Ten Hag. So we're going to kickstart the show. Guys, everyone in the chat, as always, on Monday, we've got little sort of spread for you each week, haven't we now, where you come out, you're the one who's reading about people becoming membership and everything. I think you've been stitched up there, really, haven't you?
Oh, actually,
I'm happy to do it for the channel. Once again, guys, if you don't know by now, you can become members of the Man United Agenda. And you get lots of perks of being a member. It's pretty cheap as well. So for level 1, which is 99p a month, you can be a ball boy. This means you get a loyalty badge and a custom emoji. For level 2, which is $1.99 a month, you can be a bench warmer. So you'll be, just on the cusp of making it, and you'll get a loyalty badge and a custom emoji and a member's shout out. But I would say forget them, scrap those two. If you really want to be part of the team and show your loyalty to the Man United Agenda, I suggest level 3, which is the first team player. And that's $2.99 a month. It's very cheap. There's been a lot of examples of how cheap that is. I don't know if you guys want a pint of beer up north or something. I don't know. And level 1 and 2, so you get level 1 and 2 access, and you get access to the live streams as well from next season, which will be the watch along. You'll be able to come on at halftime and have a rant and rave with Mr. B and TALKMU. So make sure you tune in to the Man United Agenda, and most of all, make sure you become a member.
Brilliant. Yeah. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button as well, guys. So, guys, positive. I'm absolutely buzzing with the whole thing with Ten Hag. I thought he delivered his press conference absolutely amazing. It reminded me, it was so refreshing watching him when he first sort of before he sat down, he went around, he shook everyone's hand in the press and things like that as well. just to say, yes, I'm here. When he was actually doing the interview himself, he basically weren't giving too much away, which I love about it, because obviously that's just showing all the rubbish been leaking from Old Trafford in the previous sort of like year or so. Hopefully that will stop now with Ten Hag being in charge. So we're talking about Ten Hag, and one of the things what he was talking about is about exciting. At the moment, there's nothing really and truly exciting about Manchester United apart from Ten Hag actually coming in to the club right now for me on Monday.
Yeah, very excited. We all watched the press conference today. He had an air about him. He always look for cracks in people. That's part of my job. What I do is look for a living. And you're always looking for weaknesses in people and vulnerabilities. And he put on a good show. And I couldn't find any weaknesses in him at all. I think this is going to come with management. You need to not just be a good manager with the footballers. You need to deal with media and that side of thing. And he presented himself really well today. Very assured, very assertive, and not giving too much away. The main thing I took from today is he's got a philosophy, similar to what Louis van Gaal calls it, a philosophy, a game plan. I like the way he says, I will make analyze. I will make analyze. I can't do the Dutch voice, but I will make analyze. And I think, okay, you know, a bit like Usek, he says, I feel. I love these accents. And I think so. I said earlier, and I've done a little video earlier today, I said he's got to improve his English, but I do like it because it's still effective what he's saying. Everyone understands exactly what he means and what he says. Very sharp suit as well, looking very poised. I'm very happy with him, and we'll speak about all the ins and outs of it throughout the show.
Yeah, and let's go to talk.
Yeah, I mean, look, the guy brings an air of authority, man. And that is something that we really desperately need, because obviously under Ralph we haven't had that. And I agree with everything that OMONDI said. I just want to quickly show a little quote from Erik quickly. And that for me, right there, sums it right up. And everybody you can see that, you can read it. I have high expectations for myself, and that is also what I demand from my squad. They have to cooperate together, and they have to give every day their best. And I would say for me, good is not good enough. We have to do better. That's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear. Everything that's been going on at the club, that is gold.
Yeah, Mr. B.
I'm happy, man. I don't care if he's got broken English.
Can speak some patois as well if he wants.
Yeah, well, listen, he can talk the talk. My initial what I found, he doesn't look like he cares if he has no friends. In regards to, he shook everybody's hand, but he seemed really, really straightforward in the answers that he wanted to give them. He wasn't going to give nothing away, which you probably expect from a manager. But the part that I like most about everything he said is when he said he's going to talk to the players first, and then he's going to talk to the press. That was my thing. He hasn't spoken to any of the players about anything. So all of the rumors about him having WhatsApp chats with players and stuff, it hasn't happened. So I'm happy how it's gone so far. But we're just happy because the season's finished. Sure.
Yeah, I think for me, after not I think we can all say that have we watched Ten Hag in detail? And have we followed his career? Have we followed what he's done? We probably haven't. We've probably done more research since we knew that the appointment was being rumoured in the beginning. Since then, his first press conference, he delivered it like a boss, absolutely nailed it, set that expectation, set the bar already. He's coming in with a strategy. I like it. I think, he's got a great barber. Obviously similar, so I'm baldy in. Okay,
Paddy.
Well, do you know what? I'm really chuffed, and I'm going to say this now. And I was saying to MBFC Old School about an hour ago now, and I said to him, it reminds me. I've got a thought. It reminds me the fact that this is a Tommy Docherty reincarnated. I think what he's going to do, and I'm so pleased and happy, by the way. He's going to dismantle this squad. He's going to build a beautiful, fast-flowing, swashbuckling team. It's going to really just be fast-flowing, and I think that's what's going to happen, mate. Again, we'll go through the press conference in a second when everyone's had a chat, but I took a lot of positives from this press conference, and I'm really excited. Actually, a lot of things I read and I've written down that really makes me. But I just do think he's going to make a swashbuckling team here, Erik ten Hag. It really is. I'm really, really looking forward. After yesterday,
Paddy, can I say something to you? This is the first time I've seen you with a sort of smile on your face since you've been. Listen, man, every week I've been speaking to you, man, and you've been broken, bro. It's good to see some colour in your cheeks, a little, you know, a little swag. It's good to have you back, man. It's good to have you back, man.
Thank you, Mr. B. I think that's been the one. Do you know what? I think even after yesterday's game, I felt quite broken. I said again to MUFC Old School, and I felt. You shouldn't feel that way about your team, because I love this team since the 70s, 80s, 90s. I've seen the good times and the bad times. I'll tell you one thing, I'm so pleased. You're right, I've got a smile. I'm pleased, but it's about time. It's about time a bit of beautifulness has come back to our team now, just today and moving forward. You're right. Thanks, Mr. B. Thank you. I appreciate it.
On to you, Solo.
Yeah. So, guys, press conference, and there's so much to go through the press conference, but there's a couple of things sort of highlighted that I want to actually go through, guys, quickly. And he was talking as well on Monday regarding sort of bringing his own dynamic at Manchester United. He went in quite detailed. Well, not detailed, but he did ask the journalist at the time, "Have you watched Ajax play football?" So, for me, as a fan, the way he's looking to play football is very much similar to how Ajax is playing right now. So going into the new season with the players and everything else, what sort of dynamic can you see difference you can see him bringing into this team right now, because it's broken, as we keep saying?
Well, you just got to sweep up all the pieces and fix it. And that starts, like, the key word he said, when Van Gaal came, it was Van Gaal's philosophy. Now, I like what it is, because every manager should have their way of playing, their style of play. It's not always going to be the same. This is the beauty of football. There's so many different tactics and where you can play the football and how to win games. And he says it's his concept. And that's my new word. I want a new hoodie with concept on it, you know, because that's what we need to go to. So I hope the players get on board with the concept and the dynamics of that. And for example, he said, refer to Bayern Munich, refer to Ajax, where two clubs where he's been and being successful. And you only have to watch Ajax on the eye. I'll give you two examples where they beat up Dortmund, who came second in the Bundesliga this season. They got one of the best strikers in the world, who's now gone to City. They got a really good team and a system of play, and they got whooped 4-0 or 4-1 home and away by Ajax. A beautiful game. Ajax as well, getting all the way to the semi-final of the Champions League. Beautiful game. You know, they play a nice brand of football, and this is Ten Hag's concept. You know, so they tweak a bit of Louis van Gaal, tweak a bit from Johan Cruyff and the old-time Dutch managers and everything else, and they play a nice brand of football, and hopefully we'll be seeing that as well. So I just want all the fans to be educated and learn this new style of football that we'll be playing and get on board with it. And I think with that, if you add, because what usually happens, if you add these, it's like making a beautiful cake. If you add the ingredients of Ten Hag with his concept, and you put in the aggression of English football and the physicality as well, you can create something really different to what you had at Ajax, maybe better, you know, maybe even better than that. And that's something to look forward to. And to match, this dynamic will match eventually. I believe in him. It will match the ruling parties that we have in our league at the moment. I'm not going to name names, but you know who they are.
Talking to you.
Yeah, I mean, look, we take this word. I'm going to go with the dynamic aspect of what he said, and that obviously when we put that in the context of his position, a manager of a team, you know, that means a group of players with different skills, strengths, work styles, who are working together, you know, on a mission, an end result to achieve something. So he's obviously quite clearly identified that is exactly what we're lacking right now at Old Trafford and within the team. Totally it's non-existent. There is none of that, what I've just said. So he's in a roundabout way, he's give everything away there. Just that little one, you know, that one word, you know, you just listen to that. And that's, again, going back to the statement that he made in that quote that I just read. He put all these things together. I mean, crikey, O'Reilly. you know, we're in for a ride next season. Lots of ways about it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there, Talk. But before I go to Mr. B with what you're saying there, we've got to remember as well, he's just coming in the club, so we got to make sure we don't put too much pressure on him, especially over his first sort of 6 months or so. We got to make sure we.
Nah, there's no bigger job.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I think he's put the pressure on himself.
Exactly.
To be honest, they asked him a question about Liverpool and Man City. Do Klopp and Pep need to leave before somebody else will challenge? And he basically said no. All eras come to an end at some stage.
Yeah.
So regardless of the time that we feel, or we feel that we should be I think he's not interested in losing. He's not interested in losing any game. He said take every game by game. What I did find really interesting was when he spoke about the players dictating the play and him just setting up an ideal. So to me, and this is what I was saying before, he has a system, but he's given the players license to play their own game in that specific system. So it's going to be interesting how they set up. Obviously, we're going to see early. Obviously, SHAH and Paddy will see more of it pitch side. And hopefully you'll be able to give us a little bit more information than just Maguire's been shit. No, I understand that, but get my point now.
Yeah, I don't want to be coming and saying that. I want to be talking excitement as well. 100%.
Right, but what I'm saying is, at least now there should be a style of play. Monday, you've called it since I've met you on the agenda, bruv. You've been talking about style of play.
1-0, see the game out.
Yeah, 1-0 and see the game out. Now that 1-0, I don't think Ten Hag's going to be looking for 1-0s and shutting the game out. I think he's going to be looking to kill teams, and that's the part of it I'm looking forward to see an evolution, and I think that's what he's interested in.
So let's go, SHAH.
Yeah, for me, I think the overall view, in my opinion, is like literally he just wants success, doesn't he? He wants to make sure that everyone's talking about Man United. He respects the club. He understands it's a history that's there. He wants to talk about the future. He wants to challenge 1, 2, 3. He doesn't talk about 4th. He doesn't talk about 5th. He hasn't talked about 6th. He's talked about challenging 1, 2, 3 spot. So I think that is something that we all kind of, expect us to be at, for where we've been for the majority of these last sort of few decades, apart from this last decade being up and down. Has he got a squad that's able to do it? We've seen this squad beat teams. We've seen them beat PSG. We've seen them beat, Liverpool, City. We've seen this team actually get results. And that's not, I'm not even including some of the new additions that are there, right? Obviously, last season, total glitch. Literally, someone put in some sort of cheat code into the Premier League and, got 5th place. Anthony Herbert, what's the cheat code? I'm calling you out. But, overall, if you look at his actual presence, his persona, how he's come across, how he's delivered it, I think, we have got no reason not to be excited by someone who's got a vision, a plan, and a structure, and to come into this club to take it from the reins, which has been failing, really. Ollie came in, made it feel like United. Ralph came in, don't know what Ralph made it feel like. It's kind of like getting a bad burger or something. I don't know. Literally, it was like that.
You know what, though? I'm going to cut you there. You're saying about Ralph. I think Ralph's come in and done a fantastic job.
No, I agree with that. But on the pitch, where we've had performances where they've needed to matter, he hasn't been able to get the best out of the squad.
Is that down to the manager? Is that down to the interim manager to set up a team and go and play? Like Klopp said in the interview the other day, I set my team up in training. My team, the minute they cross that white line, it's their responsibility to wear that jersey with pride.
Yeah, 100%. Look, I'm not disputing that. You've heard me mention this before, Errol. Look, we've been at the games, we've seen this happen, right? My point is, though, whatever Ralph has done in those 6 hasn't been positive. Hasn't been positive on the pitch. We were contention to guarantee 4th place. We effed it up down to players. And you can't. And if we blamed Ollie before, coaching staff, etc., in that interim period, we have to blame Ralph as well, right? It's a collective. It's not just individuals. Ralph was there to see what was there, go upstairs. Erik ten Hag's come in with his philosophy, his strategy, and which is why he's saying he's drawn a line on the past. As of today, I draw a line on whatever's happened over that last 12 months, and we go again, and it's an exciting time.
Paddy, I know you didn't agree with some of the stuff there.
I'm just about to go back about Ralph, by the way, I watched Guardiola yesterday, regardless of the result or whatever, and Klopp the last few weeks. They're like orchestra, they're conductors of the orchestra, aren't they? They really are. And it was a difficult one for Ralph to come in and try and sort this team out after the error in judgment, I call our late. He was an error, bless him. He did bring some bits of it, but it wasn't really, it was an error in my view. But fair play to Ralph, he came in, but it didn't really inspire the players. You can't blame the players, but you need a manager, which we've got now, who's an orchestra. It was a conductor, sorry, he's going to conduct this orchestra. And I want to just go on now, really, to talk about what I loved about the press conference today, some of the words. He called it my home. And he talked about plan and vision for the future. He talked about setting conclusions. The plan is huge. He says that. But he talked about constructing. Constructing was the optimum word today in that press conference. We talked about strategy equals concept, as OMONDI just said. Really pleased to hear that. A dynamic. And then he talked really about Ajax and Bayern Munich. He said, we want to win. So he's got from Ajax and Bayern Munich, we want to win. And I love that. He's got that winning mentality because he's won. He knows what to do. He's won everything in Ajax. So he's got that mentality already embedded. He's watched Guardiola at Bayern Munich. So I'm really pleased. And he talks about history. But interesting today about Ralph, by the way, about Ralph being a part of the club. He said, I'll draw my own line, not to do with Ralph being part of it. I said, I'll draw my own line. That means I'm in charge, not Ralph. I know he's upstairs, whatever, but he said that's down to the club, but I draw the line. I thought, great. That's Fergie talking, by the way, but I'm not going to talk about Fergie. But that's him putting his stamp on the club itself. So yeah, he's clear strategy, positive approach. He's talked about the great names. So I'm really pleased about what Ten Hag has said today, and I'm really looking forward. But all those things he put, the history, the blueprint, he's embedded that himself inside of it on a winning mentality. So what more can you say? Seriously, brilliant.
So guys, there is 19 in the chat. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, share and subscribe button as well on the road to 2K subscriber. I'm going to get OMONDI to go through some of these comments. There's loads of comments at the moment. But there's a couple of new people in the comments where we're going to give a shout out to. So, but before we give the shout out to them, though, a couple of things that I'm going to pull up with SHAH and also Paddy. There is about 3 players, and Ralph has made it well aware in his couple of press conferences ago that he wanted those players, but the board wouldn't allow him to sign these players in the January transfer window. One of them is at Liverpool. I believe one of them is at Tottenham. I don't know where the other one is right now. And the one at Liverpool right now is doing fantastic, Man City. And they're the 3 players he wanted, and he weren't allowed to get them. So as much as we're saying about Ralph, and I think Ralph has gone in and result hasn't gone how they should have gone, but he's going to go upstairs now. So he will know when Ten Hag comes in and have that conversation with Ten Hag. I say, right, this is it. Even though in the press conference today, Ten Hag says, I make the final decision. OMONDI, would you mind? There's a couple of new people in the building here. Shout out to.
So the first one is Swift Spartan 92. How you doing, man? He says Ralph was always going to struggle. He tried to save a sinking ship. Matthew Bassett, hello, how you doing? Box, how you doing? Brush, how you doing? Sue 82, all together now. 1, 2, 3. Sue.
And we've got on Monday. We got Billy Red as well in the building. I've not seen him as yet, but he's in building.
Good is not good enough. He says, "Love that."
That's the line.
Yeah.
After you then on Monday, take it away.
MUFC old school saying we support the team, not the Glazers. That's what we're saying about this sold out tickets, weren't they? He said at the start of the show. Cosman's in the house. Tourists will boo the team. Pat Lawless is here as well. How you doing? So to get into the nitty gritty now, where Edgar, how you doing, Edgar? Welcome back. He says people are talking rubbish about the man not confident and stuff. It's so funny. They had the body language expert on Sky Sport. I mean, sounds straightforward.
The media.
Sue's saying Ten Hag to get us back to being against the mentality, not to be close to press, keep things in order. Commas and full stops, please, Sue. Maybe
order, man. Sue, that's me. Don't worry. He does it to me as well. Sue, he does it to me as well. Don't worry about it.
I'm the grammar king out here, man.
Please, yeah, exactly. That's our problem.
Sorry, Sue. She's gonna slap me, but it doesn't matter. I can take it. MUFC says them Man United players got a massive shock coming with new manager coming in. Bill Baggio's in the house. Said my weakness is steak kidney pies. Have you been talking to food about with Bill Baggio?
Sorry, Bill, I'm up for that.
Rush is saying he's got McLaren there to help him with the English, who can also talk Dutch accent. Who remembers that? Stumpy's in the house as well. I'm just going to come down. I know I'm skipping a lot of people, but Ant Project, how you doing? He said Maguire was a great captain and a player that wasn't a good sign. I get it. He said Maguire was a great captain and player that wasn't a good sign. Comma, full stop, please, guys. Help me out. Let's just go down. Eddie's in the house. I want to say hi to Septar. Septar says Ten Hag carries himself with a lot of confidence. He gives the right vibes as Man United manager, a hard-working, confident guy who takes no hostages. And he sees himself as Klopp and Pep's level. That's key. Very good comment there.
Yeah.
And again, it's saying Eddie Cup and top 4 next season will be a good start. Bill Baggio saying, I'm pretty laid back, to be honest. I love Louis van Gaal, and Ten Hag reminds me of a younger, hungrier Lewis, which is a positive thing. So a lot of really good comments here. I want to hear from Eddie. Eddie's saying, next season has to be a transitioning these counter-attackers to possession for football. Okay, so we used to play counter-attacking. Now we've got to play possession football. Can't think of titles at the moment, though, in his opinion. Want to say hi to Rich Sports. He said it's about time someone had a plan. We need a Hannibal in the house. I love it when a plan comes together. I'd like to see that at the end of the season. Mehdi's in the house saying, I have full faith in Erik, but this is no quick fix. We have to give him time and praise that he will manage the team and turn them around eventually. I think he's pray that he will. Swift Sports again is saying Ralph is always going to struggle. We read this one about the sinking ship. Just going to go down to Billy Red. We read that one. Welcome again. Just double welcome for you. And any last good ones here? MUFC says the story's coming out today about the dressing room and individual players moaning. It's a disgrace. They need to go. So it's all about weeding out the bad and in with the good, which is new.
Brilliant, guys. And on Monday, would like to take it away, guys, about how to become a member. 21 in the chat, guys. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. 31 likes so far. Can we hit 40 before we go off this screen? Thank you all for watching.
Okay,
like we're going,
guys. If you want to be a member, here's what you need to do. Don't forget about level 1, which is ballboy 99p a month, because you only get custom bag and emoji, custom emoji. Forget about level 2, which is bench warmer. You want bigger than that. You want better than that for the Man United agenda. And that's $1.99. You get a loyalty badge, a custom emoji, and a shout out, but it's not good enough. What you really want to get is the $2.99 package, which makes you a first team player. And you get level 1 and 2 access and access to live streams as well. So make sure, if you want to be a member, we will shout you out. We will bring you on the show, on the live watch along. And you can walk around proud with your new shirt that you buy off Man United Agenda as well. And look like us. Let's see your shirts, boys. Let's see your shirts. Thanks for talking to you.
Yeah, I'm holding mine up.
Well done, talk.
He's probably naked.
You ruined the plan, fool.
Anyway,
I ain't get no playing with you.
I can not play.
Oh, great, guys. Now, after this, basically after we go through everything with the Ten Hag, what we're going to be doing is we're going to recap about the game yesterday, because I was at the game yesterday. So before we go through and recap about the game,
Why?
Why? He's done, man.
Why?
Draw a line on it. Draw a line on that. Put it in the back.
Whoa. Would you look at this?
Calm
O'Connor.
Calm
O'Connor has become a YouTube member.
That's it, man.
Let's give a round of applause.
Yeah.
Welcome to the channel, sir.
That's Grandpa Solo. That's great grandpa.
I'm younger than all of you. I'm younger than you.
And Mr. B is actually J Motty's dad.
Low blow.
That's grumpy Uncle Paddy as well.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? I'm not that grumpy today, I tell you. Oh, Jesus.
Thank you very much,
Pat Lawless. Pat Lawless as
Full
well.
name as well.
I've got to
Full
say,
name.
massive shout out to Pat Lawless as well. There's loads of you guys in it. Who's been member for a very long time, guys. So welcome to the membership of the agenda. Big up Eddie as well. Respect. So, guys, we move. Yeah, I love it, Grandpa as well. Oh, Paddy, they're having you today as well, mate.
Yeah, man.
Emma is in the building as well. Big up, Emma. So, guys, let's go through now. I did have something up on the screen, but it keeps disappearing. Oh, come on, man. Who's playing the games with me?
It's not me, honestly.
So basically, he was asked a question about the squad, and his response was the squad has huge potential in this squad of players right now. So I'm going to kickstart it because I'm going to sit down. I'm going to be open and honest with it. I'm looking at the players. I went to the game yesterday, and in that squad of players yesterday, I would pick 3 players out of the whole team that would probably just about even manage to get in the team. One of them definitely yes, but the other 2 borderline, and that was De Gea would definitely start for me on the Ten Hag. That's a definite potential. I've been told here on this channel numerous occasions by certain peoples that he doesn't command the area. But when you actually go and watch him live, he does command his area well. Yeah. He does talk a lot as well whilst he's there as well. He does try to give instruction out. There are certain players who literally hands on hips, don't really, to be honest with you, I'm not going to cane players on the channel, but it seemed like they didn't really care. They weren't interested in playing yesterday at all for us. But overall, for me, looking at the whole team itself, Fred, bench, probably starting on the bench, and then Hannibal as a youngster as well to come through. But as a squad itself, I don't see a lot of potential. But because he's the new manager in the team, you've got to have faith. We've got to back him. And we've got to see what he can do. We've got to give him at least, I reckon, 1, 2, maybe 3 transfer windows to get his own players in on Monday.
Yeah, I just want to say, look, this is why I rate about being media savvy as well, because when you're dealing with the media, you're going to be asked all kinds of questions. They're looking for anything so that they can come out and say, oh, Erik said this, or Erik's dissing the players, or whatever. He didn't disrespect anybody. But if you know, you know. And you know that he's already had, they said you've had a couple of weeks to prepare, because obviously you have to be respectful to Ajax. But he's known about this for a long time. He's obviously had a handover. And again, give him the true diagnosis of how bad this is within the club. So I think he knows there's plenty of players who are not going to turn up. And like you, he's got an eye for the game, just like Solo. Both of you were there together. I don't know if you're on Radio Link or what, Solo, yesterday at the game with Erik, but you were both there. I don't know if you were wearing your shirt as well to pick up the Man United agenda. You both
Listen, I was in the Ultra End. What are you talking about?
Well, there you go. So you both saw the performance yesterday, and it wasn't very impressive. It wasn't very impressive at all. But when you look at it, he did have talk about Ronaldo, said some positive things about Ronaldo. He scores goals, and just kept it simple like that. But I think he knows certain men are not going to be around, and he's got to get rid of them in some way over a course of time. So he's got the handover. He knows what he needs. I think he's not just walking into the job blind. That's why he could say he's going to give the players a couple of weeks off to have a break, and then he's got to get it down to business. So I think the core, when you talk about the squad at the moment, he did say we came second last year, but we all know that wasn't good enough. That was a bit of a fluke. It was an off season, a weird season. But this now, I think with certain players with a spine, where he needs to improve, we could maybe get back in the top 3 or 4 in the next couple of seasons. So I think there's a lot to work with, and I think when you're working with players like Ronaldo, even Mata, I'm just mention Mata because there's talk about him staying on. You need experience, you need that balance. Look at Arsenal; they were talking about young players this season, but they didn't have no experienced players. So you need that balance throughout the squad. So I'm going to leave it in his capable hands, and he knows what's best to do. So don't listen to someone watching the game like Errol, for example, come back slating players and seeing them live, it wasn't good enough, So I'd rather listen to Erik and see what he does with the squad. Because we've seen your solo 11 every week. And
can I ask you a question though? Yesterday, when you're watching the game, were you impressed?
I was looking out for you, by the way, but I didn't see you.
He was impressed with Maguire like he is every week.
Yeah, I thought Maguire got an 8. Maguire. Let's move on.
Brilliant. Maguire got 8. Did he command the defense and telling him what to do?
When he got 8, I'm talking about SHAH. He ate him up.
That's one. I like that.
I like that one. Talk.
Abdullah, I see you, man. Welcome, bro.
Big up
Sorry
Abdullah.
to cut you off.
Big up Abdullah.
Look, listen, there is a lot of potential in the squad. We all know that there is, and we know there are, like you said, there's going to be some players that are going to have to leave. But you know what? When it comes to a good manager can see certain aspects of a player's game. He can spot little parts of a player's game and work that into his plan and his idea. So he will already have identified a lot of the players who he knows he can improve, who he can get to do a job and a role. Because again, this is something I talked about weeks ago. They haven't got specific roles really. It's all a bit kind of all over the shop when we're playing. You know what I mean? Because we know there's no structure, no plan, no patterns of play. But with a great manager like Erik ten Hag and with his coaching staff, he can identify with these. He's already said it about Harry Maguire. He was asked the question about Harry Maguire, and he's already said he's a fantastic player. He's done really well. Hold on. We might laugh. Hold on. Wait a minute. Do you know what? We might laugh and all the rest of it. But one thing I'm going to say is, I will trust Erik ten Hag's judgment on Harry Maguire because
as long as you don't play him.
So listen, the times that he's had a bad performance, Harry Maguire. We know he has throughout the season, but it's not just been him. Like yesterday, which we're going to get into, Victor Lindelof, woeful, absolutely woeful. But again, there is aspects of Harry Maguire's game that are great. We know that he's not just out and out 100% crap mud-eyes. He's not. It's just not. So I trust Erik ten Hag and his backroom staff to actually get the best out of Harry Maguire and work with him for him to become a much better player and actually maybe even work on his fitness levels because, as Errol says yesterday, he was blowing quite deeply from a certain part of his body apparently.
Can I say something? Yesterday, I did notice that Harry Maguire didn't play as the last man. Do you think this was something that
the quiet man
he could be? I know Ten Hag didn't have an influence, and Maguire being the last man was always an issue. Do you think that maybe that was something that was spoken about, him playing as not the last man and playing further forward? I mean, he was still crap, but I'm just asking.
Well, playing as a CDM.
Well, no, but not necessarily.
Number 5.
Well,
he's Matic is missing. We put Maguire in there.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying.
I hear what you're saying.
At the game yesterday, At the game
sorry.
yesterday, it's almost like, yes, he was playing further forward to sort of where Lindelof was playing. But if you notice later on in the game, about on the 55th minute or something like that, he brought it back to level because The front three of Crystal Palace yesterday was just ragged. Like Lindelof was getting raggedly. He should have been sent off within 35 minutes. Lindelof should have.
Useless.
No, come on. He's good. Ten Hag's got the plan for him. Don't worry, we got this. Mr. B, you've gone already, haven't you? Really?
Yeah.
Gone.
So I had my little piece.
Go on. SHAH?
Sorry.
For me, I think the few things that I've really picked out as well is the plan is huge, right? What he's got to do is massive. He's got a short time that he can explain it in. He can't do it. Obviously, they're going to roll it out to the staff, and then they'll roll it out to the players, and then we'll get an opportunity to see. That was his response to what the question was from the press conference today about what's your plan. Then second question after that followed about Ralph Rangnick said he was going to speak with you this week. Do you agree with him about the 10 reinforcements that are needed? He said he's in the process of obviously analysing these set conclusions. He's looking forward to working with the players that he's got. The season before, this squad was second in the league. So there is huge potential. I think if we improve, if we can work with them, I think we can get out more than what is now the result for this season. I agree with him. I think there is a lot more to get out of the current crop of players that are there. I think the fact is that some of the, how should we say, issues, problems that are within the squad currently are obviously, some of them are disappearing. There's going to be fresh faces. People are going to raise the bars when they come in because they want to be first team. You know, there's going to be competition again. Very similar to what we saw Luke Shaw have a great season. That first season that Tellers came in, really pushed him. So I think these players need to realise that, you know, second gear is just not good enough, and Ten Hag's going to do that. The steps that he's going to make with the current crop of players. Obviously, Rashford's been really spoken about highly already from Ralph and Erik and their plans when they're excited. De Gea is an interesting one because I think Ten Hag and his structure will actually change De Gea's game quite a lot, because obviously we've been talking about it for some time. You know, with De Gea, you mentioned it solo that he was talking. Mate, he's probably ordering his lunch for what, you know, after the match or whatever, to tell him what he wants, right? Out of the fridge, right? Look.
Can I say something to you though? As much as you're saying about De Gea, I'm backing De Gea here, yeah? Because at the end of without De Gea this season, where would we finish?
Relegation.
I'm just saying, with his game, he needs to widen it to more of a modern approach.
Well, you can be trained. You can be trained.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Look at Van der Sar at United. Van der Sar didn't come world class until he was what, 29, 30?
What?
Yeah, top of his game, about 29, 30.
What are you talking about?
We signed him from Fulham, didn't we?
Serious?
Yeah, exactly. We signed him at Fulham at what age?
And where was he before that? Where was he before that?
He was heavy before that.
Playing for Juventus. It was a world class.
Let's move on.
Well, listen, he signed him from Fulham. I didn't rate him from Fulham. I'm just saying, I didn't rate him at Fulham. When he came to United, that's it.
Go on, Mr. Monday, that's it.
Sorry.
But my point is more so that Erik is going to come in. He's obviously going to change this dynamics. And some of these players that are already there that probably should have leveled up last season or the season before to make us push on from where we were, semi-finals, going into a final, taking it on. Look at Villarreal. They won the Europa and they pushed on. Look at United. We didn't push on. So this is now where we're going to have a big push and we're going to be part of something that's going to be exciting to watch. If not, then someone else can have my tickets.
I'll take it.
I'll have them.
Paddy?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've written down on here, ruthless, and then Mr. B, you back me up on this, ruthlessness with this defence, because it's got to happen. Please, I know if Erik Ten Hag can do anything with Maguire, I'm sorry, it's gone. The ship has left the station. I'm sorry, I have to stand by this. And I know we spoke about this on Monday and with Bath Tom about Lindelof, and I'm absolutely spot on about that. It's a comedy duo, both of them. They're comedy players. They're not. We've got to get. He won't say nothing to Ten Hag. He won't give all his secrets away now. But I think he knows he's got to get a spine in that defence, better players, because better than this lot are in the back defence. And he might replace the keeper at some point, but I've got to see some ruthlessness. I can't see more than that, and I've got to see it, mate, because I don't want to lose. You know, I want to lose this happiness now. I want to see some, you know. I just hope, because I'm sorry, Maguire and I don't want to go on about Maguire, Lindelof, Tellez, regardless of yesterday, and Della, all replaced, all of them.
The thing is, though, Paddy, why is not all these players going to be replaced?
I agree.
They're players we've got to work with. They've got to work with every single player right now. As much as we're laughing, and I would say, like, looking at the performance yesterday, me being at the game, I know most of these players will start next season for United. But it's a new manager in, so we've got to back the manager, and whatever the manager does, we've got to stand by him.
But Solo, he'll bring his own play. He'll bring a central defender, and hopefully. And just ease these players in that he wants, and ease this lot out. And I suspect that's what's going to happen. I understand you can't just give them their P45s tomorrow and then leave them at the door. I understand that. It's going to take time. But I worry about this defence. This is the first problem for me, the defence, because they are a comedy duo. They're a shadow of a doubt. They're embarrassing. That's it.
Right. On Monday,
Paddy, sorry, you're back.
Didn't take long, did it? Didn't take long. And by the way,
it's true though. It's true. I've got to say how it sinks though for Monday.
Paddy, by the way, you were saying that we talked about Maguire before, and I listened to you, and just like Brian Clough, you know, we listened, we spoke about it for 20 minutes, and we decided that I was right. Anyway, let's go to the
That's right. I know that on Monday. Don't decide that I'm right.
All right. As we know, Calm O'Connor is in the house. We should start calling you Calm as well, O'Connor. Paddy.
It's actually Colm. Actually, sorry, I think
it's
we've got
Colm.
Colm. And that's
beg your pardon. Mr. K, congratulations on Champions League football to Spurs. Medi's in the house. He's unwell. He's got a little cold.
Get well soon, bruv. Get well soon.
Get well, bro.
That's all from the Man United agenda. We love you, Medi. Thank you. Pat's Lawless is saying, I'm looking forward to see who comes good under the tutelage of Erik ten Hag. As much as new signings, we are going to be shocked next season. Shocked in a good way, I hope. I can't pronounce. Is it Calm or Cut? What do you say? Calm. Sorry. He says this squad is like a donut. Good up top, big hole in the midfield, and when Varane plays, good at the back. Improvement is all over is needed. Just gonna go to say hi to Abdullah. How you doing, Abdullah? I see you there repping your shirt, Man United shirt. So respect, man. Yes. Welcome to the family. Mr. K is saying, Eddie, I bet. So God, I thought you were talking about a woman there.
So
He's talking about the like button, guys.
Looking man, bro.
That's Mr. Bino. When you press a girl and you press the like button, we know. Thank you, Mr. K. I want to say hi to one of our newbies. It's Petty Talks United. He's got great.
Petty, hope everything goes well, mate.
TikTok channel
got my fingers crossed.
He said, "Yes, lads, just got back. Hope use. This is no Northern again. I hope yous are well. Smash like and like the Reds. Yes, big up. Ed want to say hi to Edgar again. He's saying they asked him, will he sign players? He's talking about the press conference, and he said, first we have to do an analysis of the players. He never spoke to Ralph. And he will form his own analysis. Ralph Rowe in the club, not for him, he's saying. Abdullah saying,
can I just say something to that? He did. I was wondering about this in the press conference when they did ask him about him being up season. He said it's a club decision.
Yep.
Does anybody think that was a bit? Did anybody else think that was a bit weird or?
Nah. I honestly think if you listen to all the answers he gave the press, he gave nothing away.
Okay.
He's not going to show his cards yet to them.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so going back to Mr. K, he said every player on the pitch can hide except the goalkeeper. I reckon De Gea has been a punching bag for fans. The real problems lie in front of him. I'd take De Gea any day of the week at Spurs.
Yeah.
Brush is saying Van der Sar Ajax was cold, won the Champions League in 1995 under Van Gaal. That was Eddie's saying I didn't like the remark about Hang from a bag about second place unless we go back to counter attacking. Fine margins and getting lucky is not applicable. Stumpy.
No, but I think just on that point, I think like this is what he was trying to make the point. If the team can achieve second, it's the similar squad that he's got to deal with that have failed this year. He can get that plus more out of them. I think that's what he's trying to say, Eddie.
Yeah.
And Pat Lawler's saying Stumpy play Maguire as a false corner flag. That's because Stumpy said play Maguire as a false goalkeeper.
Go with that one as well.
Yeah, and that's your lot for now. I'm missing people, but yeah, just keep commenting, guys. And thanks again. If you hit the like button, if you don't mind, and let's get this up. Okay, you want me to talk about the membership again? Here we go. So the squad has huge potential, that's for sure. And what else has potential? Becoming a member of the Man United agenda. All you have to do, I'm going to go straight to level 3. Forget the other 2. Scrap that. Go. You get all access to the live streams and get everything that level 1 and 2 gets you. That makes you a first team player. And already on the show today, we've had a member who's jumped in and saw a deal of the century. So this is it. $2.99 a month. You get all access to the Man United agenda, and you become one of the family members. And you get to rock the chair of old man Mr. B.
Well sold on Monday. Wow.
I'm not thinking this old man malarkey, man. I'm not thinking this.
Yeah, man. Ageism, bro. Yeah, it's wrong.
Bang out of order. So, guys, obviously.
$75, Mr. B.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I'm with you, Mr. B.
I want to joking, man.
So again, on it, guys. I'm just going to touch on a couple of the things to start wrapping up now. Anyway, they spoke in a press conference about having they need players with high work rate and positive attitude. What else was there? He spoke about Ralph. Obviously, we have spoke about Ralph Rangnick, about him going upstairs or whatever. But for me, I just think he knows what Ralph's doing, but just not giving things away. Any last words from you guys there?
Yeah, I'll just quickly say all these qualities we didn't witness yesterday. I'm sure you're going to talk about your adventure because you've done a good vlog about the game. I should advise you guys to go on the channel, have a look at the adventures of Solo when he went solo to the Crystal Palace game. And Karma Collar saying, "I will rock your chair." And just to add, when Solo said he's wrapping up, Mr. B's eyes just lit up as well. So let's move on.
Oh, I look only. You disappeared.
Man, where you been? What
happened yesterday, bro?
Big up,
big up. And Brush is in the building. Big up, Brush as well. Big up. Big up.
Did anyone get the prediction? Solo, did anyone get the predictions right yesterday for the score?
What score?
Yeah, the United game. I had 1-0, but I didn't have 2-0. You're right, I didn't.
Yeah, we got battered, so don't worry about that. all I know is Will Hughes absolutely run that midfield yesterday, and Zaha literally just teared the guys apart yesterday.
He ain't got the pace to keep up with some of these fast wingers. That's the only. Pardon?
Who's got the pace to keep up with Zaha?
You?
Back in the day, maybe not now. It'd be a calamity.
Matty Cash.
You know what it is, Mr. B? I can see it now. On Monday, we just like what's his name? Yesterday. It was funny. Maguire. The amount of time that Zaha had the
OMONDI fridge Juma,
and all of a sudden, it's almost like Maguire just stood in his way, and Zaha just bounced off him. But I've got to say, one thing I was very disappointed with yesterday, though, is when Hannibal took out Zaha and literally none of the Man United players actually went to hold the Crystal Palace. There's about 6 Crystal Palace players surrounding him, grabbing him around his neck. And literally, Cavani was literally snailing across to try and stop it. I was really disappointed with that yesterday. Really disappointed.
They don't care, do they? They don't give it. They don't care. That's the thing. I
was really disappointed.
There's a lot of things that need to be improved, and fighting for each other is obviously a big thing. So look, you know,
Mr. Bit of a message for you there, bro. What are you saying?
I very really do hot drinks. Horlicks.
Yeah, Horlicks is banging.
I haven't had Horlicks since like my mum used to make hot drinks for me like how much years ago?
Since 7 o'clock.
You know, I'm on there. You know that glass you pretending drinking milk out of? It's Horlicks, isn't it?
It's either Ovaltine or Horlicks.
Ovaltine, thank you, Mr. John Monday. Ovaltine, yeah.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. But guys, listen, we are running out of time here, but there's 22 still in the chat, guys, and I don't even know how many likes we've got, but I'm sure we must have gone over 40 at least now. So if you haven't hit the like button, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. 22, 43 likes. Come on, guys. You know, we can still get a few more. And guys, from us tonight, really appreciate all the comments and everything. But also, like Armando said, you haven't checked the blog out yet. Just jump over on the channel after the show, have a look at the blog as well, give me a like there, give us a few comments, tell me how terrible I sound, and also me sitting in the ultra end as well with my camera up and everyone's staring at me. I was told to wear the Man United Agenda hoodie. Yeah, all right then, and the rest of it. You know the guys I went with yesterday, yeah? I went to one of them, I went to the gentleman who's looking after me. I said, oh yeah, I was told I could wear my Man United Agenda hoodie. Oh wow! On Monday, team.
Well, you know what's mad? You know what's mad?
Wait.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this. Solo. Who were we talking about this morning? Who were we saying we have? That's a madness. See, you read our mind. Welcome back, Princess. Welcome back, man.
Jackie is the lady of the Man United Agenda, the lady, and we all bow towards Jackie because she was one of the first lady, we call her, of the Man United Agenda. As Paddy likes the Kennedys, who's the first lady with the Kennedy? It was Jackie as well, wasn't it? Jackie Kennedy.
Yeah.
But our Jackie, this is our Jackie for the Man United Agenda, and she's back. We've missed you all season, Jackie. Where have you been? Have you been cheating on us? I don't know, but we will soon find out. And Jackie's saying, I would like to add, Harry Maguire did speak to Hannibal throughout the entire. Oh, we had the game, Jackie, and then he was on the pitch. He had he has skills, but needs to look at his spontaneity.
Spontaneity.
Jackie,
there you go. Jackie's from South London, I'm sure.
Yeah, Jackie. If you obviously you saw the game, but also. Tell us about Harry Maguire's first touch as well.
Speak of the devil, she will appear, she says. Our first lady, Jackie. Press the like, Jackie, we love you.
Mark Milo in the building as well.
Milo ain't too bad. You can drink Milo hot or cold as well.
Hold a minute. What's Milo?
That's it.
What's Milo? Oh, talk. You want to know about Milo?
I tell you what I'm going to do, Talk. I am going to
wait. Stop right there. What are you going to do, Mr. B?
I am going to.
Oh, yes. Yeah. What are you going to do, Mr. B?
What are you going to do, Mr. B?
Mr. B, could no escaping, bro.
Look, Bill Baggio. Sorry.
When are we doing it, Mr. B? Tell the people.
On Monday sounds like Mr. What's his name?
Norman Collier. Remember Norman Collier?
Norman Collier.
Nothing had been decided. So
you're asking them to decide now, are you?
Yeah, we
no. The show's actually finishing, so we've got to go. So
guys, in the chat, Mr. B will be back here with us on Friday night. No, Friday. What's tomorrow? Wednesday night. Mr. B with us.
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. Look at his face.
He's trying to plan it in his head. How many days have we got left to survive?
God, I'm sweating and everything, boy.
Right, guys, we got to make a decision, guys. Right, we're going to put a poll up tomorrow on the community post. So if everyone's watching tonight, look out for the community post. I'll put it up roughly about 11:30. I'll throw some stuff in there what we think Mr. B should do, and we vote for it. So, guys, get involved. Mr. K, get involved as well. Yeah, I know you want to see him bleed, so get involved, man.
Big up Mr. K, by the way, as well.
Big up.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not on Monday. I'm not wearing nobody else's shirt.
Originally, when we did this whole thing, am I right in saying me and you were singing, and we said, Mr. B, just do it there and then, and he said no.
Yeah.
You got your chance, Mr. B, man.
And then it's turned into this. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Not our fault. Me and Amanda was very vocal about it. We were singing on here. I don't know why we were singing, but we're talking about what were we talking about? What song were we talking about?
Who cares?
Doesn't matter.
I've been stitched up. I've been done.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone knows Mr. B's got a real bassy, strong voice. So we want something like a Barry White number. Barry White number, Teddy Pendergrass.
You
Come on,
said
Mr. B, I'll do it with you.
You've already told me there's no alcohol on stream. You didn't say no alcohol before the stream. So if singing is what I have to do, then I will sing to open the show. But what I promise you is that the rest of that show is going to be an absolute car crash. So the choice is yours. The choice is yours.
Wait, what are you going to sing, Mr. B? Is it going to be okay, Fred? Now I'm a yaga yaga. Or what?
Yes.
I will.
I'll sing it with you. I'll sing it with you.
I might sing. Anyway, look, what we talking about?
Do you know this one?
Up.
Reception's going, everyone.
I think you should sing Billy Ocean when the going gets tough. Because that's how it's been this season. So see us out for last year. We get tough. When the going gets tough, the tough get going.
The tough get going. What about Justin Timberlake? Cry me a river.
Did he just do that?
I tell you what.
Like you're in the bathroom, like having a shower and you're letting it off.
We will work it out. As I said, Ollie, I will never wear another team shirt. That is just it's just not. I can't. I won't do it. I'd rather sing. I would rather sing Ray and Nephew settings. Do you see? That's what I'm talking about. Brush knows what I'm talking about. Ray and Nephew, it'd have to be double Jack Daniels. And then the stream, I'll do a 5-minute stream. I'll be gone.
No, Mr. K, you can't bring that on here, man. That's disgusting. You can't bring that language.
Mr. K, man, that's absolutely diabolical.
Right, guys, from us, we're going to put a poll in, so everyone get involved in the chat tomorrow on the community post. Mr. B's in trouble. So just get your votes in, guys. That's all I'm saying. Get your votes in.
I know that's a Monday. I know.
Get your votes in. Right, guys, from us, we're going to sign off here. So absolutely lovely for everyone who's taken part today. Like, share, and subscribing to the Man United agenda. So, Amanda, you want to shut it off in case? Just shut it off in case. Shut it off.
I got something
shut off.
Monday, turn it off.
Yeah, guys, from us at the Man United agenda, we'll see you tomorrow. From us, good night.
Good night.